It's important to know where we want to go in life. It is important to know to the destination that we're aiming towards. But it's also important to enjoy the journey, my friends, because we cannot just focus on the final goal. We cannot focus on that final place, on the destination, and forget to enjoy the journey. Every day we have an opportunity to enjoy the journey. Every moment you wake up, you have an opportunity to wake up, open your eyes, and enjoy the journey. Before we get too ahead of myself, let me introduce you once again. For those who don't know who I am, my name is De Jesus DJ Perez, and it is my pleasure to empower you this evening. I have been sharing empowering messages since 2010 all across YouTube, Facebook, but I never have ever made my priority to become viral. Never once have I intended to do that, but rather to share from the bottom of my heart an empowering message that can change the life perhaps of one single person. And if I get to change the life of one single person this evening, if I get to empower one single person this evening, then my work is done, right? Then I've done my part, because that's what I look forward every single time. You see, that's my objective. That's part of my everyday journey, to enjoy while I'm creating this content, enjoy the fact that I know that my final destination or my final journey is not to become viral, but rather to enjoy every single one of my videos. And while some of my videos only get maybe 100 views, 200 views, and I have content that has reached and passed the thousands of views that are not necessarily my live streams, like this type of message. That's okay. Because, like I said, my objective is not to become viral, to go and stand in front of 100,000 people in front of the camera, because then I don't get to connect with you directly, right? And here right now I have my comments ready to go in case you want to add comments, acknowledge the viewers that are coming, and I like to always keep my circle pretty close. Invest quality time with those who are around me. Okay? My destination, as my wife's destination, knowing where we want to go, it's something that I wanted to share with you about it, right? Like the message I have on that regards is my wife and I have been desiring to move back to Mexico for the longest time. I mean, I've been in Canada for, well, since 2001, so that makes it, what, 24 years? And I'm 45, so I live in Canada more than half my life. I made my wife's family my family, and they adopted me as another member of the family, and I adopted them as my family, right? And we cheer for one another, we love one another, and we're always there for one another no matter what. But the truth is, I always wanted to go back to Mexico and spend some time with my family down there. Well, in 2020, my family, my wife and two daughters moved to Mexico, actually looking to start a new beginning and a new journey in life, because at the time, a couple years before that, in 2018, I experienced a concussion, or what we like to know or actually refer to a traumatic brain injury. So this beautiful brain, a replica, right? I hit my head so bad right up here. And just want to clarify something. I don't wear these because I'm covering a scar or anything. It's just my hair is so messy because I'm growing my hair once again. And many of you that know me know that my hair has been as long as down my waist. So, but when I experienced that concussion, I could not even have a little bit of hair because the hair was too heavy. So I had to keep shaving every single week. But most recently, I decided I was gonna grow my hair long again. So my hair right now, it has a stage where it has a mind of its own, so it just goes like I use toothbrush. That's why I wear this, okay? I just want to make sure you know that. But anyway, so I experienced that concussion, and I had to take radical changes in my life. I had to make radical changes, such as shaving my hair, even though it was down all the way down to my waist, and I had luscious mermaid-alike hair, for what people have told me. Not being trying to sound biased or anything like that, but yeah, my hair was really, really well cared for. Okay, so because I knew that my hair was becoming a pain, a literal pain for me to have longer, so I shaved it, right? And now in 2020, we decided to move to Mexico to try to start fresh. Because not only did I have to shave my head, not only did I have to close my previous business, not only did I have to take my entire family away to Mexico. And when we were looking into places as where we wanted to go, the first place that came to my mind was Los Cabos. And if you don't know where Los Cabos is, well, if you know where California is, well, you keep going south, you pass Tijuana, and you keep going south for another 24 hours. You keep driving south until the very end of the peninsula. That's where you will come to find Los Cabos. So we knew where we wanted to go. We knew what we needed to do, so we did it. We sold everything that we could. We packed our bags, and off we went, okay? And that was February 2nd of 2020. Now, why am I being very specific about the date? Well, very simple, my friends. When we get there, we knew where we were going. We knew what we were going to do. We knew we were going to look for a job to help us get back on our feet, financially speaking. After losing my previous business and losing 95% of my revenue within 3 months due to the concussion, or also known traumatic brain injury, I couldn't do the work anymore. I couldn't stand in front of the camera for more than 2 minutes because the pain was just awful, to say the least. Right now, my friends, I have 3 lights in front of me, 4 monitors, and a camera right in front of me, plus an audio interface controlling all the sound. So as you can see, from not being able to even standing in front of the camera for more than 2 minutes, now having 3 sets of lights, 4 monitors, and everything else that I just mentioned, that just to show you how my recovery from experiencing a traumatic brain injury is now, 7 years later. But let me not, I'm not want to skip too fast ahead, okay? I want to go back to 2020, and here's why. Because when we get there and we're looking for the job and everything, 6 weeks later, that's right, 6 weeks later, the pandemic happened. The beautiful town got completely shut down, just like every other country, just like every other town, just like every other place around the globe. And here we go. We have no jobs, no opportunity to go back to Canada, no opportunity to work in my business because I'm still experiencing symptoms and, which they call persistent post-concussion syndrome symptoms. Man, that's a long word. Okay? But I didn't give up. I knew that I wanted to get to a place of healing. I knew I wanted to get to a place of restoration. I knew I wanted to get to a place where I was not going to be limited once again by the post-concussion syndrome symptoms. In other words, pain, vertigo, nausea, and I can give you probably another 20 to 30 different symptoms I have, but I'm not going to leave you with those 3 or 5 I just mentioned because the impact was so hard on my head. The impact was so messed up that when I hit my head that day, the entire house shook, just to give you an idea. Set me back on a mandatory bed rest for 3 months, and some of you probably know that. Some of you that have been watching my content for a while know that. See? So my mess has become my message. And the message, how I'm tying everything today within my message and that story and the context I just gave you, is because I knew where I needed to go. And without having an acknowledgement of where I needed to go, which was getting to a point of healing, getting to a point of no longer experiencing pain, no longer waking up in the middle of the night experiencing excruciating pain. I knew I needed to get there. But to get to the destination, I had to enjoy the journey. I had to learn to enjoy the journey every single day. And like the book of James says, finding God's joy in trial is not always easy. Finding joy during painful times is not easy, believe me. It's painful to say the least. But knowing that every day is part of my journey, knowing that every day, every little step I was taking was helping me move forward, and most importantly, not forgetting to enjoy every single step, it allowed me not to only arrive to the destination of feeling better, not only arriving to a place of healing, not only arriving to a place of recovery, but it led me to learn and to embody into my life a new lifestyle, a lifestyle of mindfulness, a lifestyle of living in the present moment, enjoying the present moment for what we have, for what it is that's being presented before you. And while it is so important to know the destination, and you cannot go anywhere without a destination, putting it simple, if you're taking a plane and you want to buy a airfare tickets to go for holidays, but you don't know where you're going, well, guess what, my friends? You're going to go nowhere. Honestly, you're not going to go past your driveway. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what you want to achieve, or where you want to be in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever, right? You're just not going to move forward. But once you know where you are going, you start enjoying the process. Don't forget to enjoy the process while you get there. And once you get there, enjoy it and embody the whole environment that is around you. In other words, celebrate the accomplishments. Celebrate what you have achieved. Celebrate where you have come from. And that's why I am so passionate about living an intentional life. That's why I enjoy living an extraordinary life. Because every day that I get to wake up, I made it to the wake up list. Oof. Oh, wow, right? Every day I wake up, I made it into the wake up list. And my friends, what a better blessing to be able to wake up knowing that today, that tomorrow when you wake up, you have been given another opportunity at life. You have been given another chance to impact the world in your own way. Whether it's at your job, at your work, with your clients, at your school, you name it, with your family. You have been given every single day a new opportunity to go out and change the world, even if it is just the world of one single person. And there is so much need all around. There is so much need in our own city. There is a lot of need even in my own family, in my own family members, So we don't need to go across the world to start changing the life of people across the world. You can start within. You can start within and then reach out to others. See, a long time ago, I met a pastor who used to say, reach up when you need to reach up to God. Reach down, bring it into you, like make it yours, and reach out. Reach out. Reach out to others. And somebody within my family just shared a post not long ago. And he said, have you noticed how the people that have the least are the ones more eager to help? But those who have the most somehow delay the help towards others. Oof. That really resonated with me, man. That really hit the spot in my beautiful heart, because it is so true. All I have to give you guys is my love. All I have is the love of God through me that I give out to you. That's all I have. The words of wisdom that God inputs into me, His wisdom, His knowledge for me to share every single day. My friends, have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much for being here today. Remember, you have the power to change the world, and you have the power to start changing your own world. So next time that you look at yourself in the mirror, start by smiling back at you. Start by giving yourself the biggest smile, the biggest compliment you can possibly think. By showing gratitude to you, by showing gratitude to those around you. That's the first step I can suggest you can take, that we should all take. Start by smiling back at you next time you see yourself in the mirror. And next time you see yourself in the mirror, you're going to remember this. You're going to think about me. You're going to say, oh my God, this DJ was right. Now I'm looking at myself and I can't stop laughing and smiling. Not laughing, smiling at the mirror, because you know you are accepting who you are for what you are. Because at the end of the day, that's what God does. He comes and accepts you, accepts us all for who we are. He didn't come to condemn us. He didn't come to judge us. He came to love us and forgive us. So my friends, that's a message for some other time. I'm going to wrap things up here. And before I go, I just want to say to you that if you are enjoying these videos, if you are enjoying the time with me right here, then I want to give you an opportunity. I want to give you an opportunity for you to do something as well. To fuel this ministry, to fuel this mission of mine. Are you ready for it? All right, let's take a look at it. Here's your opportunity of how you can do it.